heard her what she said. What she's looking for is an old sucker. She's looking for a man who's an old sucker, who's already got kids. He's in her mind, he's the younger the better, but he needs to already have kids. She's looking for a divorced man or guy to be his second wife. But I'm gonna tell you, second husbands don't pick up used luggage. They're gonna go get new luggage.
Oh my God.
She's trying to play 1960s and 70s game in 2020, and it won't work. Think a man's gonna wait to have sex with you? Out of your fucking mind? And then they're not even gonna get a kid. If they do get one kid out of the deal, she would dangle that kid over that guy like the sword of Damocles. And who thinks that she would stay in that marriage? She'd have another 18 years worth of child support and alimony to dangle over this dude, child support from this one, and then she could have her own middle-class lifestyle. Yeah, we see y'all women coming a mile away. You ain't getting my boys. That shit don't work on my dudes. Blake, the Henrys, that don't work on them. And the damn sure don't work on high value men because they see you coming a mile away and can diagnose you. That's why being in the danger zone is so dangerous. You've lived enough life to where you're starting to try to manipulate men instead of trying to come into it saying, you know what? I'm a divorcee with 2 kids and my backstory does not sound very good. Where can I get in where I fit in to try to see if I can restore and live the rest of my life in peace and harmony with a man? And if he would be willing to take on me and my children, no, you acting like you up here and you doing somebody a favor because what? You cute? Well, notice when I asked you, if you were Gabrielle Sidibe, would you have this kind of demanding price? No. Ain't that much pretty in the world, man. This is a very, very good show. The Single Mother series. The Single Mother series is going to be a hit because we are going to have to talk about this because far too many women mess around and have a child and then want a man to have to pay. So, excuse me. Why is high value men so important? Because the only men that make the kind of money these women are looking for are men of a certain economic status. These women aren't looking for men making 40 or 50,000. They're looking for $100,000 plus men to take on the financial burden of her and her children. You guys have heard it. So miss me with all this. Everybody don't have to be high value. Look, 6 months of shows, and I don't begrudge women for wanting what they want. I just say, what are you bringing to the table? What do you want? And having a child lowers your value. And what I'm seeing is far too many women are having a real problem accepting the fact that their children are not special to anyone except them and their family. And I know that hurts. Your children are special to you and yours. To us, they're just other people. And to men, they are a liability. You think a man wants to get out and take what it takes to go make himself the top 10% of men, and they want to have to talk about another man? You mean I got to take on you and your kids? So that means your ex is going to have a child in my house. So that means he's going to be calling on the phone. So you sitting down and watching TV, the phone ring. Oh, your dad wants to talk to you. Her dad wants to talk to her. Hell no. Men don't want that. Oh, his dad wants to talk to him. And then inevitably you've had children for bust down dudes. See, what you rarely hear is women who have had elite level men or even above average men to where they can say, the least I'm making the lateral move. Why is the first question I ask, what does your ex do? And it's always these shady kind of, you don't have, that's what, let me make it real clear. Ladies, whoever your baby daddy is the top line of what you qualify for. How about that? Whoever your baby daddy is, that's the top line of who you qualify for.
That's a gem.
That's it. So if you didn't have a baby for a millionaire, stop trying to get a baby for stop trying to get millionaires. If you had a baby for a grandma living in his grandma's house, dude, then that's what you get.
This conversation centers on expectations versus reciprocity. The caller explains that she wants a high-value man, saying she previously married someone with a PhD, but claims he wasn't good for family life.